So I'm asked a lot about what are my favorite meditations, what meditation should I buy. I even had somebody last week make a suggestion about making this video on what are your top 10 favorite Dr. Joe meditations. So before I get into it, I'm going to ask you to please in the comments put what your favorite meditations are. I don't know, top 3, top 5, top 10, whatever you feel is your best, so you can recommend ones to others. So I had a hard time making up this list because I feel like my meditation favorites have kind of changed over the last 2 years. I've only been doing this for 2 years with Dr. Joe's work. And so it was like, well, I don't know. I mean, this was a good one. I used to do this one a lot, but it really doesn't apply to me anymore. And so I'm moving over more to this one. So I tried my best to do what would be good overall and what are my favorites too. So kind of take that in consideration as I'm talking about these. Also, I have included some of the advanced meditations in here. If you have been to a Dr. Joe week-long event, then you have access to the advanced meditations. A majority of them on this list, though, are ones that you can purchase. So I didn't know if I should start from the bottom up, but I thought I'd start with the top one. And I think my favorite one is, number one, is changing boxes. I've done a review recently on changing boxes because it is so effective and it's so easy and it's short. It's like 20 minutes long. You just jump in, you want to change something in your life and you jump into another dimension, another reality, whatever it is you want to do. You change your box of what's going on in your life right now into another one. And it's super easy and I feel so strong after I do that one. Number 2 is tuning into new potentials. I believe it's kind of a little on the same lines of changing boxes. Obviously it's longer. I have done a review on that one also because it was very good, or is very good. In tuning into new potentials, you are to tune into 2 potentials that exist out there in the field. And this is really good for manifesting things, or like manifesting health. It's anything that could exist out there. If you want a new job, a new love, new health, anything like that. It's fun to play with. It's a good one, even if you don't want to play with it and you're like, I'm serious, I really need this in my life. The more you do it, the better you can train your brain to tap into that and actually receive that in your life. And I believe that's another really good one that you should own. Number 3 and 4, I kind of combined together. Blessings of the energy centers. I own every single one of them and I love every single one of them. So I couldn't just say, okay, this one, then, I mean, I could make a top 10 list just of those because there's 11 of them. So it was really even hard to pick my favorite. So I kind of think my favorite is Blessings of the Energy Centers 10, which is Blessings of the Heart. I like that one. For those of you that don't like the breath, it's not in that one. You tune into each energy center and you bless it with your heart. And I don't know, after I do that one, I feel really good inside. And so that's why I kind of put that as my favorite. But then even now when I'm thinking about it, like, oh, but I really like this one, I really like that one. The new one he released, Blessings of the Energy Center 11, is Blessings of the Brain, where he has you tune into each energy center and to activate the molecules in those centers. I did a review on that one also. That one's really incredible, really powerful. But some people I don't feel would be like, I don't feel that's useful for me. I also really love, if you have the advanced collection, number 9, that's Body Electric. Man, that one is super freaking powerful. There's been times where I'm just in such a low point, and that one's a lot of work, if you will. It is a lay down meditation, but it's not what you think. It's like you do this heavy breath work in there, and it's like, whoa, it really like does. It's like a body electric. You really have electricity going through your body. And it's like, I feel like it really can shift me, and it's an incredible one. So, I mean, if I would have to rank them all, I would probably almost rank them in reverse order. So I would say like 10 and 11 are kind of my top. 9, which is the Body Electric, is awesome. 8, I love doing. It's got the perfect blend of just tuning into your heart and tuning the energy centers in the breath. It's a perfect little balance. 7 is kind of like body electric, but just less breathing. It's a lay down. 6, I really like too. I do that one a lot because it's a good one, but basic. 4 and 5, I would kind of almost have a tie. They're both really good. He has you connect each energy center. 3 and 2 do the symbols, and then 1 is your basis. So if you were to just buy any of them, I don't know, pick any of them. They're all really good. I don't know, 4 and 5, if you don't have access to the advanced, I would say 4 and 5 are probably one of your better ones to buy. So there's my recommendation for that one. Number 5, breaking the habit of being yourself. This is one that some people started on because they read his book first and then did this along with it. I did a review on this one too, I think. I can't even remember now. But on this one, you tune into a emotion and you basically let that go. And this one, I used to, when I first started meditating, I had to only do this once every few months because it was so powerful. I would get an upgrade, like a body detox. My cells would be, like release. Like let's say I was working on anger or fear or something, and I really tuned into that and really was letting it go, that all the anger or all the fear that was in my cells would shake out and release, and I would get the flu. You know, I would feel all achy or tired, really tired. Oh man, it'd be like that night, and for the next couple days I'd be really tired. Sometimes I get a headache or something. That's not like that for everybody. And now when I do it, it's not so strong. I will every once in a while have like a weird big shift when I do that one. So I love that one. I really, really love that. And he really steps you through a lot. So you're really kind of constantly doing something. There's not a lot of time to let your mind wander. So that one's a really good one too. It's very effective. I really, really suggest you own that one. After that, number 6, I would say any walking meditation. My favorite is walking meditation 6. I guess I'm partial to that one because that's the one that I healed myself on. That was really the first walking meditation I ever did. So that's why I'm kind of partial to that one, but it is a really good one even when I reflect back on it. If you were to buy one, I couldn't even suggest, just buy one, at least buy one. You've got to get one of his walking meditations because they're, wow, I don't know. Every time I do one, I'm like, dang, I need to do these more often. And I love doing them barefoot. If you have a place to do it barefoot in the grass, the sand, even on the concrete on the sidewalk, it just connecting to the earth. I love doing the walking meditations like that. Now, if he says he's going to release the changing boxes one to everyone, so if he releases that one and you don't own one yet, get that one. That one is my ultimate favorite. Right now, that's not available to the public. You can only get it if you go to an event. And I've done it 2 or 3 times, and it's crazy. It's crazy. It's like changing boxes was my number one. This is my number 1 favorite walking meditation. And it could be different for you guys. I mean, this is how I process things. This is how I see things. So that's why I want suggestions from you guys too, because I want to know what works for some of you guys. And some of you guys might be like, oh, I hate that. Like there's some of you guys that really like The Alchemist, but that didn't even make my list because I'm like, I don't feel that one. So, all right, after walking meditations, then number 7 is Love the Life You Love. I did a review on this one too because I love this one. It's fairly short, I think 35 minutes or something. And he's got a couple of the heart meditations, and sometimes I just can't quite get into them or feel them, just depending on my mood. But the Love the Life You Love, every time. I mean, there was a few times when I was kind of in my life and I just was like, I can't feel this one. But for the most part, every single time I do this, it just like lifts me up, and I can feel it in my heart, and I just feel lighter and just happy. And it's a great way to start your day. I love that one. Number 8 is a morning evening meditation. Now this is a combo when you buy it. I don't know if he still has the old version available on his website or if it's just the new. I own both. I like them both. I think I tend to do the new one a little more, but they're both really good, and they're kind of about the same, but there's kind of different music and a few different things in there. I like the morning one. I don't do the evening one so much. I do the morning one though. Just a good way to start your day, and it's kind of a way to just get you going and get your thoughts in the right direction, because I know some of you, like me, start off your day sometimes on the wrong foot, and you're just like, oh, that thing that's really bothering me, or that person that's really bothering me, or you know that there's this habit of this way of thinking or something inside of you. You're like, I need to stop doing that. And this kind of gets you aware of that stuff. So throughout the day, you know, that Dr. Joe talks about walking as it, and this kind of helps you prepare for walking as it throughout your day. And that one's a short one too. I couldn't recall 15, 20, 30, I have no idea. But I know it's short enough that it's not one of those hour-long meditations. And then the evening one, he has you reflect on your day. Sometimes I'm too tired to really just like, well, what do I gotta think? I don't do that one as much. Sometimes I do the restorative sleep one that he has, and that one can kind of put you to sleep a little bit. I like that one a little bit better than the evening. You guys might have your own opinion on that. Number 9. Okay, so he has what's called the Synchronizing series, if you will. He has like synchronizing your energy to love, I think the mystic, health, new life. I can't remember all of them. I used to do synchronizing your energy to health. I used to do that one a lot at the beginning, and I can't remember the last time I did it, because I don't really need to work on any of that stuff anymore, because I don't need to work on my health anymore. Every once in a while something might come up and I might do it, but it's like, I'm not going to focus so much on my health. You know, it is what it is. It's, you know, whatever. So my favorite now is synchronizing your energy to a new life. And I guess you could say that's a new kind of favorite, because I really hadn't done it in like a year, and then all of a sudden maybe a month or two ago I started doing it, and wow, every time I do it, just like I just felt so freaking incredible. And I right now I couldn't even tell you what you do in the meditation, because I think I get so lost and so absorbed into it that I come out feeling great, that it does something. I guess I'm feeling my new life and I'm embodying it, and I come out feeling that way. So I really like that one. But all of those, I think he has an abundance one too. All of those are really good, but like I said, the life one is good in general. Number 10, changing beliefs and perceptions. It was hard to put the number 10 on here. There was so many others. I was like, oh, but this one's good, this one's good, I don't know. So I'm gonna give you some honorable mentions in a little bit too that I like, that didn't quite make the list. I put changing beliefs and perceptions on here because I feel that there's sometimes that I feel stuck in moving forward. So if you're doing tuning into new potentials, changing boxes, you don't feel like your health is moving forward, you're just emotionally frustrated about something, the changing beliefs and perceptions can help you let go. And I believe that when you have limiting beliefs in your head, this holds you back from getting what you want. So if you want health, wealth, love, whatever it is you're wanting, there's probably a limiting belief holding you back from truly getting those things you want. And so this, a little bit like breaking the habit of being yourself, kind of has you take this belief and take it away, like send it off to the universe and say, I don't want this anymore, just take it away. And I think that's a really good one to do to help you let go so you can move forward. So now, that was my top 10. Now here's some honorable mentions. Even the honorable mention list was hard to do because, I'm sorry, every meditation he has is good. So I was like, oh, I don't want to quite leave that one off the list, you know, like there's the breaking habits and addictions or something, and it's like, well, that may not apply to many of you. You know, if you don't really feel like you have a habit or addiction like smoking or drinking or whatever, gambling or something, then you're like, well, that doesn't apply to me. But it is still a good meditation because you may realize you have some kind of a habit of being negative towards a certain person or, you know, something like that. But anyway, so my honorable mentions, I kind of put these two together, the space-time and the present moment. And they're very similar in the way he basically just has you focus on nothing. And I put this on honorable mention because a lot of people, and including me, sometimes have trouble thinking of nothing. And that's what he has you do. He has you just sit there. He has you still sense your body and different things like that, but there's kind of like, okay, there's nothing going on here. And so I think some people struggle with that, and so they don't like doing it and they end up not doing it. I feel that way, but then when I go and I do them, I'm like, dang, I forgot how powerful that can be. And I got really absorbed into nothing. And then this mystical thing happened. I'm like, I need to do this more. So it's still a really good one. There are two different ones, space time and generous present moment. They're both really good. I can't say which one's better than the other. Another one I kind of mentioned earlier was restorative sleep. I like doing this one sometimes. When I want to go to bed, I kind of feel like my mind can't shut off or something, but I'm kind of too tired to really like focus on anything because I feel like any of the others would kind of put me to sleep too much and I wouldn't really get what I need out of it. But restorative sleep is a really good one. Sometimes I fall asleep to it, sometimes I don't, but that's okay. It's kind of the idea. Your subconscious is still listening to it. What's next? Reconditioning the body to a new mind. This is one I've been revisiting again lately. I forget how I like this one. Again, it's not one of my favorites, but he has you say things like, I think it's like, what would it feel like to be this? What would it feel like to be that? And they're not that hard of emotions to feel, but it's like we forget what it would feel like to be this. We focus so much on negatives and stress and I gotta do this and I gotta do that and why is this, and this kind of like, oh, I forgot I should feel this emotion inside. This is a good emotion. Oh, I should feel this emotion inside. It's good. So it's reconditioning the body to a new mind because you're probably conditioning your mind to think all these thoughts, and this is like, well, what about all these wonderful things? Did you forget about this? And so it's a good reminder on those. Then synchronizing your heart to your brain and your brain. I forget how the word says on it, but I think that's a good one, to just synchronize your heart and brain. It's basic. You really need to have heart-brain coherence. I didn't put in the top 10 because I don't know, I guess sometimes I struggle with that, or I already kind of do that. I feel that in my meditations, but this could be a good one if you feel like you're not having heart-brain coherence. But sometimes when people are not having heart-brain coherence, they can't quite get the synchronizing your heart and brain. It's like, I just can't feel it. And it's almost like you get more frustrated with it. So, but it is a really good one to do over and over again. And once you do it over and over again, then you will start to synchronize your heart and the brain. And that goes to my final honorable mention. It's a little similar to this, is the courageous heart. I did a review on this one a while back. This one is made for men, but I said in the video I like it also for women. You just eliminate the one part where he says something about being a man or something like that. And basically what he does is he goes through the lower energy centers, and because that's where we kind of store a lot of, and he has you bring it up to your heart and open up your heart, and then he has you connect it to your brain. And I feel like this one could be kind of like you're synchronizing your heart and brain, but you're taking out all that lower energy and then synchronizing your heart and brain. So I really like that one. It's kind of like adding a Bowtech mixed with your heart and brain. You just don't do all the energy centers. So that's a really good one too. And I'm sorry, there's other ones that are left out that were really incredible, like Beyond the Veil, but that you have to buy that one in a package. The breathwork ones, I know some of you are like, I'm not interested in the breathwork, but those are really good too. He's still got a huge list of them. And that's basically it. I do his meditations probably 95% of the time. There's other times I kind of like, I'm like, okay, let me just try something else. And a lot of times I end up doing those for a little bit, and then I'm like, I don't like him. Go back to Dr. Joe. It's just something about his meditations I just love. Again, I would love to hear your recommendations, your opinions on different ones. Leave it in the comments below so other people can read them and they can get ideas. This is just my opinion on what I like. And so have a look on his website. I know there's ones on YouTube that you guys look for. Those are not his, like the Go Love and the Inspire. I believe those are both on YouTube. Those are his. Those are also very good. Those are free. But any of the other ones you see online, anytime I've looked at any of them, there's something that somebody else has dubbed together and they are not truly his work. So I can't recommend anything that's on YouTube because that's not truly his work. It's a alteration of it. So these are the ones that you go to his website, you buy, you own. They are truly his work, and they are, I don't know if you want to say scientifically put together. He's put them together in a nice package, and they work well together because of the way that he's put them together, not the way that somebody has edited together his work. So again, thank you very much for watching, and have a wonderful day.